Ian.
Dave.
Ian, it's been some times. Ian, I'm Dave. You're Ian, Apex Adjacent Podcast.
Yes.
I found a visual for where I think we may be mentally, because things are rough, right? Things are rough right now. Things are tough.
Yeah.
Right? We rock rough and tough with our Afro puffs. Times they're tough right now. So let me just go ahead and share my screen here. Welcome everybody to the Apex Adjacent Podcast. I'm going to show Ian a picture that I saw on Reddit this morning that I think sums up where we are mentally right now. What you're looking at is an Alfa Romeo, is it Stelvio? Yeah. Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio.
Yeah.
It looks just like carnage, but it's just a mess of tubes and intercoolers and condensers and a mess. But what it is what you have to do in order to replace the serpentine belt on a Stelvio Quadrifoglio.
Well, and the alternator is off.
It's sitting on the floor.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
And you have to do this every 18,000 miles is what I think this is service interval. Yeah. I could be wrong. I thought somebody in the comments said that. Maybe they were saying it in jest. But this was posted by TL Flynn 09 on Reddit. I always like the Just Rolled Into the Shop subreddit. It's always
fantastic. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, that's the whole, the front clip is completely off.
Yes.
The crash bar is off.
Yes.
The intercoolers are disconnected.
Yes.
And then I'm guessing that's the radiator is off. And then these are oil coolers.
I think that these are either radiators just because I bet the radiator's off.
Yeah.
Because they would have a fan and a fan shroud probably.
And I think what's laying on the floor is probably the air conditioner condenser.
Yep, that's the AC condenser. So this is going to be, maybe there's one oil cooler and one trans cooler. Yeah. Right.
And then the intercoolers.
Yeah, the intercoolers.
Disconnect the intercoolers.
Right. And those look like water to air intercoolers. Those do not look like air to air.
Yeah.
So that means you've got water lines to worry about too.
Oh my God. But, because so you could see the radiator hoses have nothing attached to them.
Right. As someone who has been
the radiator's sitting on top of the car. Sorry.
Oh, it is.
It's sitting on top of the engine.
As someone who has been shoulder deep in a foreign car for quite some time, I looked at this and was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to put my car into service position. I can get the serpentine belt out of the bottom. That's how mine has to be done.
Yeah.
But this seemed like
something else comes out of your bottom when you do this.
When you drink some sweet wine. Yeah. Cheers, buddy. I've got some peppermint tea in my one hell of a town mug. The Saab camper van.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. The no sweet like home. Yeah. Sweet like home. Oh,
I really wanted
home sweet home.
I really wanted to get that, but we currently have a coffee mug problem in our house.
Yeah, I have we have that like little small kitchenette in the basement. I have had to move mugs down to there because of my mug buying problem.
The reserve section.
Yeah, yes. Welcome to Mug Reserve.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's go back to this though, because what's really funny about this is that it really, I think like as car people with maintenance issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have a running list of if this service, then while you're in there.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Yeah, we have a solid while you're in there. Give me an example.
Right, while you're in there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, if you need to replace something on the front end of your car while you're in there, let's go ahead and do tie rod ends. Let's go ahead and do all those bushings. Let's go ahead and do all those. Right.
Yep.
That's a while you're in there. The while you're in there for the serpentine belt is usually a pretty short list. Like maybe a pulley.
Yeah, an idler pulley typically, or maybe a tensioner, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. But for this,
it's a fucking engine. It's
a
the whole
long
car.
list.
While you're in there. Yeah, while you're in there, you might as well rethink all of your life's choices.
Right. While you're in there, just have a good cry. Oh my God.
While you're in there, have a coworker give you a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
See if you can find Large Carl in the shop. He gives the best hugs. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Like, you see this and it's like, it seems like right now where we are mentally is things are way more complicated than they should be. Things are way more complicated than they need to be. We have we're carrying around, we're doing too much, right? Like, we know all of this stuff about COVID and about like at-home testing and positivity rates and like all of this political stuff. And like, we have all this stuff in our head now. And like, we just want to be people.
I want to go to the goddamn grocery store, Dave.
Right. I don't want a stoned 18-year-old to pick out my romaine. Right. I want to pick it out myself. Right.
Right. And it's just every little thing that you want to do is this operation, right? We're all just trying to change a serpentine belt.
Right.
And we're all having to disassemble an Alfa Romeo.
Right. Yeah.
This is fantastic, Dave. This is exactly the ranting that I needed.
I think it's like, okay, so you have kids, you have the quadrifiglio, right? I don't. So like, I don't have to worry about some intercoolers, but it's still pretty fucking complicated.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We all have that basic thing of like, we all got to get in the service position.
Right.
But then if you want to add any extras into your life, like children, like continuing the species, if you have that amount of hubris,
if you think your genetic material needs to survive for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that, like, millions of years of evolution and ancestors like fighting off predators in caves and like, you know, all kinds of stuff just fucking came to a screeching halt with me getting a vasectomy.
It's almost like there's no point to any of it.
Yep. But you know what? So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to have a nice little show tonight. We're going to have some fun times. We're going to talk about some stuff that's been helping us get through this complicated mess of the Alfa Romeo Quadrifiglio Stelvio that we're all soaking in right now. Right. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some fun stuff. We're going to have a good time. It's just going to be a good little show. Ian and Dave, right?
Sounds great. I love that. I love that plan.
I love it when you thumbs up me on an audio medium.
It's what the people want. They can sense it. They can sense the energy change.
Ian is now thumbs upping Dave.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how are you doing? What's been happening at your house? How have you been coping? Give me the deets.
Yes, we have had a little bit of a scare over here. So we have been.
Everybody's doing okay. Everyone's safe.
Great. Everyone's fine.
Yep.
But we have been in this house for quite some time.
Yeah.
And so my 3-year-old painted my nails, as the video listeners can see.
Right.
They are many different colors.
They are, and they look awesome. I have to say, I am into it.
I will say that most of us in the house have this sort of thing, and so we did do some science with this, which is that we have one of the blood ox.
Oh
monitor,
pulse ox
things. Yeah. So you can measure your blood oxygen content and your heart rate.
Yeah.
you get wildly different readings depending on which color fingernail polish you have on.
Oh, really?
So if you have one of those at home Pulse Ox things and you paint your nails, just a little PSA there.
maybe
unpaint one and then do it if you're worried about it.
Maybe pop it on that weird toe.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, my toenails are also painted. It was a whole thing.
Nose to toes. You got the full spot treatment, huh?
I mean, I was like 90% nail polish because my 3-year-old did it. And so he's not the most precise of painters. And it was, yeah.
He did it with a roller.
Hey, he might as well have. He might as well have just done it with a spray can. Honestly, it was everywhere.
Okay. But that's an endearing thing. I love that. I love seeing like dads that like let their kids paint their nails and stuff like that. I'm all about that.
What the hell else am I going to do?
If you show up with like one eyebrow, then we're gonna talk.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and they already know that like hair removal is like a full-time job for me already, so I don't need any assistance with that.
Did they get the at-home waxing kit that I sent them for Christmas? Wax Daddy kit.
That sounds awful. They are very fascinated by my nose hair trimmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're extremely fascinated by that.
Okay.
My 7-year-old has yelled at me on a few occasions that, nose hair is what protects us from disease and I shouldn't remove it. And I was like, buddy, I'm going to tell you right now, I will gladly get diseases to not have nose hair that goes past my lips.
Yep.
It's a fashion over function type of decision over here. So it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Why did I get the vaccine if I can't shave my nose hair?
Exactly.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Have you ever had your nose hair waxed?
No, that sounds horrendous.
It sounds horrendous. It's not nearly as bad as you think.
Is it worse than plucking them? Because plucking them is way worse.
It's not worse really than plucking them. For some reason, it's so much better.
Welcome to our car show, everyone.
Exactly, right? I've had it done a couple times. And
oh, really?
The thing that I love about it is the thunk that it makes when they yank it out.
I don't even know, where do you go to get that done?
Like any full-service barber that does brows and stuff like that, See,
that's why, because I don't go to a barber.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. But also, besides the thunk, when they put the heel of their hand on your forehead and then yank, that's also
just
fun.
Get like a foot up there.
Yeah. So anyway, car show, nose hair. Yep. Okay.
I did not know you could get your nose hair waxed.
Yeah. It's, I think I would... trimming
sounds like a new weekly ritual for me.
It lasts quite some time. Yeah. Well, but anyway, yeah.
I mean, have we met? Anyway, so the other big activity I've done is a tiny garage update.
Yeah, let me stop sharing the screen so people on the video feed can get the full effect of your
okay,
camera
I'm going to
unblur.
I'm going to apologize in advance because we've been trapped in this house for quite some time, and this is the playroom, the children's playroom, and it's a super fun site. That's the only way to describe it.
Move past it. You're fine.
All right.
You're fine. Look at that.
So so technically my son got this for Christmas. He got one of these like Technics Lego kits.
Yeah.
And this is the McLaren Senna GTR one. It's rad as shit, and I want to do all of them now.
Okay.
The doors open.
Wow.
It has like a little
in the McLaren style, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so rad. And then there's a steering rack. The steering rack is fucking adorable. I love it so much, the way it works. It's so cool, but they attach it to this knob up on top of the car, so you can turn the wheels.
That's genius.
So you can drive the car around, and then turn the wheels
Right. And of course, the steering wheel on the dash works too, right?
It does not. The steering wheel is on the dash is just decorative. The steering rack attaches to this knob.
Okay.
But the detail is crazy.
Look at the headlights. Those are cool.
Yeah, the headlights. And that's how they are on the Senna.
Yeah.
And then there's like...
Oh, a diffuser on the back. Look at that.
It's so cool. The coolest part is, let me see if I can get it. Oh, yeah,
there we go. There's the V8. Yeah. Oh, look at the little
spin the
pistons. Uh-huh. That's so cool. The pistons are moving up and down.
Yep.
That is
There's
awesome.
Like a little, if you look at the bottom side, you can see there's a crankshaft.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Hits the pistons.
Yeah.
Isn't that so cool?
There's like a little rear diff and everything.
I was getting like every little thing that we did on this. I was so excited about. And Jenny was like, what is wrong with you?
Nothing. Yeah. You're engine nerding out, man.
Yeah. Look how awesome that is.
That is really freaking cool.
Yeah. I mean, it took us 3 days to do this.
Sure. Yeah. It's a complicated build.
Yeah. It was like 220 steps or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I mean, super worth it. Very cool. And it's actually like pretty solid. Like the kids played with it for a good hour and didn't break it much.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
I only had to put like 2 things back on.
Okay.
So that's for a Lego build, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Are there give me some of the wording that's on the outside of it?
Yeah, so it's the race car one. So it's like the Richard Mille. I'm not sure how you say it.
Yeah, they've got his name on the side.
I will say the thing that one of the things I was most excited to put together is like one of the smallest pieces is just the roof scoop.
Okay.
There's a roof scoop. I want a car with a roof scoop.
Right. You know. Look at that wing. That's crazy.
Yeah, the wing, the rear end of this thing is bonkers.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It's got a little sticker on the bottom of the wing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nice.
Just
well done, man. Yeah.
Super cool.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yep.
When I was younger, I had, I think, what may be one of the first Lego Technic sets. It was a red car.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Let me share the screen again. I had you pinned, so you were even bigger, so that we could get the full effect there.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, let's see here. I was fascinated with this when I was a kid.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you remember this one?
I do remember those. Yeah. I never got that one, but I remember it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it.
It had a steering wheel that turned the wheels, and I think a gear shift. Oh yeah. Here it is without the top. Yeah, there was I think a small gear shift, but I don't think it did anything. I can't remember.
That's super cool.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what these are going for on eBay.
But I mean, it's come a long way.
Right? Yeah.
This is what they are now.
Right? Yeah. This looks like the Dire Straits Money for Nothing video, and then you're walking around with Avatar over there.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. I really want this 911 RSR one.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that. Jeez. That's $1,000.
Yeah, well, that's an older one, I think.
Okay.
Some of these go for crazy money now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's from 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, the RSR one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's so cool. Man. Well, yeah, that's so talk to me about building it with Nico. How did that go? Because he is what I call your rule follower child.
Yeah. He's pretty good. So we had the system was like, he'd be in charge of selecting the pieces for every build. He on his own decided that his system was going to be sorting the pieces into color groups. Okay. So you'd have all the black pieces, all the blue pieces, whatever.
Okay.
It was actually honestly really helpful. It would never have occurred to me to do that. I would have just left them in a big fucking pile.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he did that, and it seemed to work really well for him and me. And then I had to do some of the like more intricate pieces and like applying some of the stickers and stuff.
Sure. Applying stickers for sure. Yeah.
But he did a lot of the component building, and then I would usually. Sometimes I would, if it was like a big thing, I'd let him put it on the car.
Right.
But some of the like really fiddly stuff, I would put on the car. Okay. I think by next year, because he's 7.5, I think by next year, honestly, he could probably do it by himself.
Okay.
With just like a little bit of here and there help with some of the really fiddly bits, but he would get a little distracted. Like, I think it was just like a patience thing, because you kind of, the way it's set up, you kind of have to get through. You have to do it in 3 stages. Okay. So there's like a number 1 set of bags. There's a number 2 set of bags. There's a number 3 set of bags. And so you kind of have to, you have like natural stopping points, because we also had the clock down ticking of like, in half an hour, a 3-year-old is going to wake up from his nap.
Oh my God. And just baby Godzilla, the whole thing.
Yes. Right, so we were doing this at nap time.
Okay.
For Gus.
Wow.
So we had like 2 hours to like work through each stage.
That's hilarious.
So that's the other part.
You guys were on the clock.
Yes, because you can't. If anyone has ever been around a 3-year-old, you can't just leave a bunch of Lego pieces out.
No, you can't have anything without them wanting to put it in their mouth or throw it. Yeah.
Well, just baby smash, because that's what he's into right now.
Right.
And so that was the biggest challenge. So keeping him focused and moving for 2 hours, he would take breaks and I would quickly run through a couple steps.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, he did great. If we didn't have that added time pressure and we could do this over a week, he could do it all by himself.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Is this the first kind of like technical Lego set that you've built together?
Yes, this is the first one, the Technic one that we've ever done together. Okay. I mean, he does Lego sets on us all by himself all the time.
Sure.
But they're not as intricate as this.
Right. Okay. That's awesome, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed doing it.
I loved Legos so much when I was a kid. Yeah. Wow. That's really cool, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, now you have a tiny car and I have a tiny car.
Yeah, an only really slightly bigger car than this.
I know. It's not that much bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have gone like full blown like errand nugget with the Fiat Abarth. I mean, it is my go-to. Like, I'm going to pick up food. It is the car that I go to now.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to get some snow on Friday. Yeah. And I have my snow tires on, so I'm going to be really interested to see how it goes,
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see, last time on Fiat Abarth News, I gave it a nice scrub and it didn't have the grill.
Yeah.
Right. And so then I hit it with I hit the grill. I had to cut off a very small bit of the inside of the grill where one of those oil cooler lines, I think, was in the way or something, maybe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There was just something in the way. And so, like, honestly, like a 1/2 inch square, like, is all I had to clip off. You can't see anything.
Okay.
So then I used this plastic restorer that I got on Glamazon. Here's the faded grill, right? We all have faded plastics on our cars, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, and here's the cowl, the windshield wiper cowl, right?
Yep.
I mean, take a look at it now, man.
It looks great.
Like, it's night and day. Yeah. It looks so good. Yeah. Well, so, it's longevity, with that stuff.
So with cutting the piece out of the back, does it still fit in there tightly and stuff?
You can see that, like, here's the bumper spread right here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like maybe like another 1/8 of an inch from like what the front piece of the bumper is.
Yeah.
But I'll friggin' take it, man. I'll take it.
Yeah. If that's the worst problem you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
for wedging a massive front intercooler in there, I'm gonna be fine. Yeah.
Talk to me about data stuff. Like, have you been monitoring like oil temps and stuff since you put that oil cooler in there or anything like that?
I thought about it, but my trips have been so short. Like I haven't, the longest drive that I've done was to come down and drop stuff off at your house.
Yes.
And yeah. And so I do need to pull up like the OBD dashboard on my phone and just watch it, for a while.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how that oil cooler affects things.
Right. Yeah. So, we'll see. I've traced down a small coolant leak coming from like the thermostat area.
Is that your smoke issue?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's a little bit of smoke happening at stoplights and stuff, Yeah. What's your philosophy around that?
Well, if it's leaking fluids, that means it has fluids. So that's good. It's a good thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's when it stops leaking that you need to worry. Right? Okay. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I ordered a silicon radiator hose kit for it from, what is that, Mishimoto? That aftermarket company, and a new radiator from Rock Auto for it. Radiator was only $80. So
nice.
Yeah, right. Thankfully, it's not an insane price.
Is it the same radiator as the non-turbo?
I don't know. I didn't check. Yeah. Right.
Huh. That's interesting.
And I didn't even go for the cheapest radiator. I went for like, a couple tiers up,
Yeah.
So
nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I'll do that, and then probably the transmission flush.
And you got it registered?
I did. I got it registered, and I want to thank Jessie for the front plate thing that she has, so that just bolts into two of the lower bumper screws.
I know. I'm jealous of that because there are, when I was on the hunt for one for my car. You would see these because they basically they connect up into where the under tray connects to, right?
Okay.
Is that what it is? That one that one does? A lot of cars have that. I have like that on the first image there, which is
the tow hook. Yeah,
the tow hook, which is a giant pain in the dick.
Well, it is. As someone who's loosened that, yes.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right. But I want to thank Jessie for having that, because the factory adapter just looks like garbage.
It does.
I think you have to drill in. Yeah, here it is. Like, look at that. Like, it's like this block of plastic that's just on the front.
It looks very dorky.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it changes the look of the car so much.
It does, right?
Even just having it off center, for whatever reason on that car, it just, I don't know.
It just works?
Yeah, it just works better, way better than, hey guys, this is a socks and sandals situation is what this is.
There you go. Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And the other one is like a more like, still a sensible shoe because it's a front mount plate. It's a front mounted plate. And it's, those are never elegant, but it's a little bit better.
It is, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So happy to see it out and about. It's so great.
Thank you. It's just so weird and fun, and the boost just comes on so hilariously, and
I'm really looking forward to hearing about you getting it stuck in the snow.
Well, so Jessie said it was a tank, and somebody else that we follow on Twitter was saying that it's just a freaking beast with snow tires. So
awesome. Well, I mean, it's got like 130% of the weight over the front tires, so that's
right?
good.
Yeah. So, just going to keep plugging away, keep using my Aaron nugget, man.
I want handbrake turn report. That is your homework.
Okay.
Because I bet you could do easy, because I can do it in my car.
Right.
Easy 180 in a street with the hand, just with the handbrake.
Right. I'm sure I could. I'm so afraid to roll this thing. It's such a weird sensation when you're in it because you're sitting so high up.
I know. Right. It's bonkers.
Yeah. And so like I am going to throw those wheel spacers on. I finally got some wheel lugs that like will allow me to fit the wheels like once the spacers are on. So like knowing that I have another 1.5 inches, I mean, hey, sometimes that's all you have to work with. Another 1.5 inches of track. You know?
We'll leave it there. Leave it.
Slowly drinking our beverages, making eye contact with the camera. Yeah. So I'll do a handbrake turn in the snow.
Well, yes, that's what I mean.
Oh, I thought you meant like on dry pavement.
No. No, I know you're not going to do that. You don't even turn the traction control off. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I did turn it off the other day and realized it was off when I like hit the fog lights. And I was like, oh, God, no. You're going right back on.
I mean, you'll probably have to turn it off for the snow.
I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Remember when I told you I thought I had a boost leak?
Yeah.
I just don't know how to use my fucking car, man. It's just I didn't have sport mode turned on and it wasn't boosting all the way up to over 18. In sport mode, it keeps the boost. It does limit the boost more, like or not in sport mode. In standard mode, like you'll hit 12-ish psi every now and then. It'll go a little higher.
Oh, so there's an electronic boost controller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's not just a spring then. So you can
no. Yeah, it's like the proper little vacuum diaphragm operated thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that'd be a good little upgrade too.
Yeah. Just like the Saab had, you know?
Right.
And so like you don't need to upgrade that mechanism. You need to just reflash the ECU.
Right.
That's how you get more boost with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So at some point I'll probably throw a stage 1 tune on it just to like round everything out.
Yeah.
You know, because I have like those like fancy multi-air springs, you know, the intercooler, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. I look forward to it. It's going to be so much fun.
It's such a surreal little car, man. Like I realized I have not driven my LS for like 2 weeks. And I was like, oh shit, like I just need to start it and let it run for a while. Like if I'm getting to that point with my LS, like, geez, stuff's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good 2-car garage, really. Cause I mean, you've got the LS for road trips and then the Abarth for around town
fucking about. Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like the Abarth would be like the LS is no good in the snow, of course. Right. Yeah. Go figure 380 horsepower through the rear wheels is not great. In a luxury sedan, what? Yeah. But so yeah, the Abarth will be the little, you know, if the weather's bad, snow runabout. And then of course, you know, we have my wife's RX if stuff really hits the fan, you know.
Yeah.
And we have to go somewhere. So yeah.
That's nice. It's a good little fleet.
Yeah. I think you have an amazing 2-car setup with your track car and all track. I mean,
the dual VW.
Did you get your snow tires? You were looking for snow tires.
I didn't, because everything hit the fan here, and that sort of
priorities.
Just distracted me. But it's still on my radar. Honestly, we have really good all seasons on them, and we got such little snow last year, and there's such little snow in the forecast this year that I'm like, I don't know. Do I need to put snow tires on?
Right.
So I don't know.
And you're going to keep your summers on your track car all winter, aren't you?
No, I really want to put my winters on before Friday. I don't know when that's going to happen, but
okay, gotcha.
No, because that car's so much fun in the snow.
It is. It's the best. It is the best.
Yeah. I mean, you drove it. It was.
Yeah.
It's
a goddamn riot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best like snow driving experiences I've ever had. Was your car?
I mean, I agree because it's so composed and so planted until you don't want it to be anymore.
Right. Until you make a decision.
Yeah. And then you make the decision, oh, I want to lose traction now.
Right.
For fun.
Right. Yes, I am deliberately making this choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you never make that choice, there's never any reason for you to lose traction unless you drive onto ice. Right.
It's like a nuclear launch missile where you and the car both had to turn the keys at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Okay. We will drift now.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. When we did the Winter Park thing and we drove back down, the weather was not good getting up there and getting back. And your little car, and you weren't holding back. Your little car just scooty toots right through some just shitty highway slush snow stuff, man.
Well, and even with the low ground clearance, I can plow in that car.
Yes.
I have on more than one occasion gone through some really deep snow and look behind me and I can see a perfect outline of my skid plate in the snow behind me.
Right.
And I can watch it for miles and it just chugs along. It just goes.
Yeah.
With a good set of snow and not even crazy. I don't even put
not even studs. Yeah.
No, just regular snow tires. That thing is just a beast.
Right.
Yeah. It's the best.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah. Well, I hope that, that we do get some snow this season because the season has been insane. Right. Yeah, it's been way too dry, and I'm very concerned. And anyway, I'm going back to
the mountains are getting dumped on right now, so hopefully, hopefully we get some good snowpack this year.
Right? Yeah, because mentally, I'm going back to my Stelvio place right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first year I can remember where we didn't have snow before Halloween.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I remember there was one other year, I think it was maybe 2000. Oh gosh, it would have been 2005, 6. No, 2005 or 6, where it was my birthday's at the end of November. I remember it being 70 degrees on my birthday.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. But then in 2006, we also had 3 feet of snow in that one storm. So yeah. Crazy. But anyway, so, okay. All right. What else we got?
Well, let's I think we should do what's your playlist that we have
I have a playlist update. Remember you gave me some songs for the Abarth, the big Abarth energy playlist?
Yes. What did you think about those?
I like them. Yeah, I dig the Idol songs that you suggested. Okay. But I think I figured out how to make a public playlist. And
great.
So this should be it. Yeah, here we go. And I mean, you can't add stuff to it, but you can at least see what's on it, right?
Okay.
And so here's what's on it so far. No geography. There's just something slick and clean about that song that I think matches the energy of the Fiat, right? Yeah, Nobody Speak with Run the Jewels, Mr. Motivator. And then I added some tonight. Thought at Work by The Roots. All Right by Jamiroquai.
Wow.
Yeah. The Cardigans, my favorite game. Never Fight a Man with a Perm by Idols. Watching Windows by Ronnie Size. Me, I love my late 90s, early 2000s drum and bass. Yeah. But that has just this a third of the way through the song, it just hooks into this super groovy bass hook. That's just I love that. Yeah. And then the Chase Me by Danger Mouse that samples John Spencer Blues Explosion, Bell Bottoms.
Oh, right on. Yes.
Yep. Yes. Right. And then the song that I think honestly truly captures the vibe of the Abarth is I Can't Say It by Air, La Femme d'Argent. Yeah. Right. That song by Air, I think is that is the Abarth.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Air, so I'm in for that. But
right.
Yeah, I think there's a dual. It seems to be fitting into dual sorts of modes for this playlist,
like a normal and sport mode.
Yes, and so the normal mode is very elegant and sleek, and wearing shoes that are too good for the situation you're in, which is very Italian sort of vibe.
I'm thinking just very shiny tile.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The thing that I always think of is when Jenny and I went to Italy and we went and we did this, there's this trail that goes along a craggy sort of like cliff above the Mediterranean.
Oh, okay.
And it's very like cobbly, and the stones are all gnarled and stuff, and it's like really narrow. And the sign at the beginning of the trail, here in Denver or here in Colorado, when you go on a hiking trail, it's like mountain lions in this area.
Right.
Bears.
Yeah. Difficulty.
Yeah. The only sign at the beginning of this thing was just a picture of a stiletto with a cross through it, because the Italians would show up
for a hike
in their evening wear.
Right.
And that's the vibe of the normal mode of this playlist. And then the sport mode is the like punching above its weight.
Yes.
Sort of thing. Like the angry short person at the bar who's had one too many drinks and just goes after the biggest guy in there.
Right. Yeah. Our buddy Johnny suggested Down with the Sickness. and I think what I want to do is make another playlist that is just songs like that would just be hilarious if you heard that coming out of the Abarth.
Right.
I want to play that on purpose, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So, Jamiroquai's voice, like JK's voice, is like such a good fit for the Abarth,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So
I like that.
So I'll put the link to this in the YouTube description. And people, if you can think, the musical ruts I get into, Ian. People, if you can think of fun songs to add to this that you think capture the spirit of my little, meatball nugget car, let me know. Yeah, because I'll put them on. I'll play them. I'll jam out while I'm going out to get Tokyo Joe's one night.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. So there we go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What else?
What do you think? Do you want to keep going with more Abarth news, or do you want to wrap up with an FMK Cars?
Oh, if you have an FMK Cars, let's do that, because I have plenty of stuff to do on the Abarth, down the road. So we'll get to all that stuff later.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right. Let's do some tab cleanup. Oh, let's make the Stelvio go away. Okay.
Yes.
Right?
Jesus. I'm going to have stress dreams about that. All right. So this is a straight, no chaser FMK Cars. This is our New Year's Eve show, essentially.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right. Last show of 2021 for us.
Yes. And so these are just cars that are making their debut in 2022.
Oh, okay.
And so this one is called Get Fucked 2021. Cars to look forward to in 2022.
Okay.
How many years in a row has it been where we've been like, you know what?
Fuck that year.
There's always next year.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Seems like it's been a lot.
It seems like certainly since 2016. Mm-hmm. It's been a steadily escalating series. Yeah.
David Bowie died and the world went to fucking shit.
Right? We hopped to the worst timeline at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. David Bowie and Sharon Jones dying in the same year. Yeah.
Absurd.
Right?
All right. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
So the first one, the new Integra.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's going to be dropping next year for properly.
Yep. Okay.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, the new boy.
It'll be a 2023 model, but you'll be able to get it next year.
Okay. All right.
The new Nissan Z.
Oh, yeah.
We've got that to look forward to.
Nissan Z. I almost spelled Nissan with two Z's. Nissan.
And then we've got the Subaru Toyota crossover all electric dealy jobby, the Subaru Solterra, SOL Terra.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That sounds like a suburban neighborhood. Okay. Oh, weird. I didn't even know anything about this thing.
Yeah, there's going to be a Toyota version and a Subaru version.
Okay.
It's going to have like 200 and some miles of range. It's going to be all-wheel drive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But this is, I think Subaru's first all EV.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be. I mean, we're gonna see 4 million of them in Denver by 2023. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm hopeful that they knock it out of the park. The RAV4 EV or the RAV4 hybrid kind of gives me hope.
Right. Exactly.
That this is going to be great.
Yeah.
So those are my 3. For you to choose from.
If like WRX drivers park in front of vape shops, what are these drivers going to park in front of?
I mean, the Whole Foods parking lot is going to be fucking lousy with these things.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. Gosh. I think I might have to kill the Integra.
Really?
I might. I really like the new Nissan Z. I like the platform. Like, I like that they're approaching it like by like basically creating like a freaking buffet for tuners right up front. You know? Yeah. I mean, it's going to be pretty nuts what happens with that car, because I don't think all of the aftermarket stuff for the 350 and 370, right, has been incredible, right? But then like also the aftermarket stuff for like the GTR has been like its whole other thing, but you have to be at another level to play ball there, right? Mm-hmm. I think this will kind of like bring together those efforts and kind of maybe centralize some kind of like tuning aftermarket efforts to like really like one up each other. Yeah. I think this is going to be nuts. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, the Acura Integra is the car that I would want to live with every day, right? You give me that car, I'm going to want to live with that. But if that's my only car, right? Mm-hmm. You know? So maybe I don't know. That's tough. I don't like the look of the Subaru. The Subaru is jarring when it comes to the looks department, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
that like off-color one panel is a little strange.
Right? Yeah, I don't know if that's something I could get used to, but like
that may not make it to production either. We don't know.
True. That's a good point. It probably won't. The interior looks amazing. I know Toyota's just going to crush the interior. Huh. God, this is a tough one, Ian.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good cars. And I think the other thing that's exciting, and we've talked about this before a little bit, is like we're finally moving away a little bit from the like hyper stylized fiddly detailing.
Right.
You know? Yeah. And I mean, the styling on the Z is just so nice.
Right. It's just simple and accessible.
The new Type R looks really cleaned up and nice. Okay. I mean, you know, have you looked at that at all?
Which, like
the 2020 the 2023 Civic Type R?
Oh,
because there's probably going to be obviously a version of that will be the Integra, right?
Yes, yeah, they just really cleaned that up. Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. And like the 3 exhaust looks so much cooler,
right?
Without all the crazy diffusers and shit. Anyway.
Real quick, here's something that Mark, our buddy Mark sent us. With speaking of exhaust, this is a Tesla fitting right in. Somebody put like little fake exhausts on their Tesla, I guess. I don't know what, like I would 4 of them too.
I would love to know how much that actually affects fuel economy or, you know, economy.
Yeah.
Range is what I meant to say.
Yeah. I think
that's really funny.
Thank you, Mark. That's freaking hilarious. Okay. So I think I'm going to go nuts here. I'm going to marry the Subaru Toyota Solterra electric car, hoping that the styling is kind of like focus grouped down to like a reasonable level. I'm going to lose it in the Whole Foods parking lot all the time. That's fine. I'll put a traffic cone on top of it every time I park. Right. And then for a day, it's definitely got to be the Nissan Z. So then that means the Integra gets killed, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
What do you think you would do?
I think marrying the Z is the correct answer. I mean, that's what everyone's so excited for, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it looks rad.
Yeah, it does.
It's going to drive so good. Like, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I think for a day I would do the Subaru.
Yeah. Okay.
Just because I feel like I can kind of extrapolate what the Integra is going to drive like just from driving similar things.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The Subaru, though, I'm really interested to see what this joint venture is going to yield for an EV. Like I'm legit excited that that's happening. Yeah. Because I feel like that's going to really like, this might be the thing that like kind of explodes the EV thing, you know, like these sort of like more down market EVs.
Yeah.
Is exciting. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And 220 miles of range is like,
that's amazing. Great. That's great. Right. Yeah. So you have that in your Alltrack and you're set, you know?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the Alltrack will get replaced with an electric car.
With an EV. Yeah. Yeah.
The R32 staying.
Right.
For the duration.
Yeah.
Until one of us dies. And then, the Alltrack is going to get replaced with an EV.
Sure.
Within the next few years, I think.
Right. And then like distance road trips where you would be concerned about range or charging stations, it'd just be rent a car.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what we used to do with the Saab anyway. You know? And so if we have to do that once a year, I'm okay with that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's a thing I can live with.
Right.
In exchange for having an EV. I think that's a total trade-off I'd be willing to make.
Right.
But I mean, I think with the next 4 or 5 years, I think the charging thing, we're going to get there. I'm an optimist when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice.
Anyway.
Well, thank you for that very timely FMK cars. And
You're welcome.
A wonderful FMK cars to close out the year. There you are holding your tiny car, and I love it so much.
My tiny car that I've been reminded several times by my wife is not actually my car.
Yeah.
At one point, the 3-year-old had it in a very precarious position. And I went, no!
Okay.
I worked so hard on it. And Jenny said, you mean Nico worked so hard on it? And I was like, yes.
Yes, that's what I meant.
That's definitely what I meant. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah.
Our lives are that Technics car being held by a 3-year-old right now. A lot of shit's up in the air. We're closing out the year.
Yeah.
With this show.
Getting that serpentine belt changed.
Yep.
And it's all going to go back together.
Sure. We're not going to strip a bolt.
No.
We're not going to break plastic tabs.
Nope. The intercooler is just going to go right back on.
Right? And that bumper is going to look like it just came from the factory.
We're all so screwed.
But we want to thank everyone that's hung with us this year.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for everything that you're doing, staying safe, masking up, getting vaxxed, taking care of yourselves, Yeah, we appreciate everyone that's listening and watching for sure,
Yeah.
And everybody this has been a really cool year in terms of like how our orbit has changed, right? Ian, like we've had so many cool people come into our lives over the course of this year. And like, it feels like just like the diversity in our Twitter threads has been increasing. Like it's this kind of more colorful mix of characters and folks and stuff. And I'm really happy to see it.
I'm glad you brought this up because I'm gonna put something out there as a goal for us for 2022 that I was thinking about the other day, and I didn't.
Oh, sure.
And I forgot about it until you said that. I would like to become at least recognized by a few people. I want to be the official Twitter account of Weird Car Twitter.
Okay.
Or the official podcast, I'm sorry, of Weird Car Twitter.
The official podcast of Weird Car Twitter. Okay.
I think we're nearly there already.
I think we can make that happen. I think we line up some interviews and we can make this happen.
I think that's us. I think it's us. I don't know who else it would be. It might just be us by default, which I'm fine with.
Right. I
don't want to get anything on merit. I just want to get it by default.
I want that eyes emoji and the fingers touching and like, please, can we be the podcast of Weird Car Twitter?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So when this episode's posted, I'm going to tweet that exact tweet with that emoji.
Okay.
And everybody just let us know if we're being unreasonable.
We can make this happen, Ian.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of the work already.
I feel like, yeah. We're nearly there, surely.
Ian, you have an almost 20-year-old Volkswagen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. Mm-hmm. We got it. We got it. We're good. We're fine. Yep. Everyone's good.
Yeah. Your VW, you, me, my Nugget car. We're going to get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Get that serpentine belt changed.
Yep. Take care of yourselves.
We love you. Goodbye.